my Instagram and Twitch, man, in the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. And the only reason I don't take away 5-star mod, bro, and I know that hurts mod, bro, even though they some jackasses, bro, one thing I can say, bro, they in every stream, bro. You know what I mean? They in every stream. One thing that I cherish more than anything is loyalty, you know what I'm saying, over everything. So y'all probably like, dang, bro, why does man Jane take 5-star? Why does man Jane take I know that hurts? Man, that man be the first one in my stream every day. That man be the first one in my stream. So even though, bro, you know what I'm saying, begin that, you know, bro in the stream every day. Bro handle business. When I tell bro to ban somebody, you know what I'm saying, bro own it. You know what I mean? Bro be handling the chat. You know what I mean? I ain't got to stop sometimes. Bro in the chat the whole time. So that's why I be kind of lenient with them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because they in the stream every day, bro. You know what I mean? Some of y'all ain't in the stream every day. So y'all be trying to tell me to take their mod, but y'all don't be in the stream like they be in the stream. Some of y'all new in the stream talking about unmod them. Dang, how I'm going to unmod? You know what I mean? Such and such. They been here. And you think I'm going to listen to you talking about unmod them and they been here and you haven't, bro? You know what I'm saying? What you think I'm going to do? You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, you know, yeah, they get on my nerves and all that, bro. You know what I mean? They be on some issue, but no, they be here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But and for me, I cherish subscribers like that. I don't take that for granted at all. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, man, make sure y'all follow on Instagram and Twitch, man. In the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. You know what I mean? We got 10 undrafted 2020. You said, what about Cynthia? That's another mod that B's here. You know what I mean? Honestly, you can say she inconsistent and whatever, you know what I mean? But Shawty, if you been here, Shawty always used to be here, bro. Every stream, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be here every stream, bro. But if I remember you, that's the thing, y'all. If I remember you, bro, just know you did something right. If I remember you. Because I ain't gonna lie, once I get off here, bro, my mind goes somewhere else, bro. I don't be thinking about this junk. If I remember you, bro, yeah, that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But Shawty used to be in my stream you know, she ain't got to show up in my stream for like 2 months. I remember when she was dead day in there every day. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you. But anyways, man, we got 10 undrafted 2025 rookies that can make a big impact on their team. And I feel like it's a lot of undrafted free agents. You know, sad to see what happened to Isaiah Bond. You know what I mean? But, you know, all I'm saying is, bro, you know what I mean? Isaiah Bond, bro, you could have, your draft stock, bro, you would have been the 3rd round at best. I heard you had this little case, bro. I don't know what happened with that. Messing with females, bro. That happens. You know what I'm saying? But just even that, I feel like Isaiah Bond would have got drafted if it wasn't for that case, but you wouldn't been as high as you would have been if you would have stayed at Alabama, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, bro, if you would have stayed at Alabama, bro, I honestly would have felt like you would have been like a 2nd round draft pick. The grass ain't always green on the other side, bro. He wasn't getting no targets. He wasn't the #1 wide receiver. Matthew Golden was. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything went downhill for you, bro, ever since you left Alabama, bro.
A handful of undrafted guys are quietly strapping on a helmet, ready to prove that somebody or every damn team messed up.
Physical. I love the technique. I love the hand placement. I love all of the understanding what is happening around him.
I'm just ready for NFL season to start, bro.
Let us take a look back at 10 undrafted rookies from the 2025 NFL class and carve out real roles on
yeah, Xavier Restrepo. I wanted Xavier Restrepo, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we signed a good dude, bro, from Ole Miss, bro. And I don't know his name, bro, but I remember seeing him on the field with Jackson Dart. He's nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we got to steal with that. But I wanted Xavier Restrepo, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him, bro, for sure. I guess his combine was freaking bad or something, so
undrafted rookies from the 2025 NFL class.
I didn't think Xavier Restrepo was going to get undrafted.
Teams. Timothy McKay, OL, North Carolina State. Every offseason, more than one team makes the mistake of allowing its offensive line room to look like it's held together by duct tape and paper clips. Heading into the 2025 season, Washington very much falls into that camp. Though credit to where it's due, as at least they started patching things up. Trading for Laramie Tunsil and drafting Josh Connerly Jr. was a strong opening statement. The interior of the line, however, still feels like an open audition. Enter Timothy McKay, who flipped from tackle to guard during his final year at NC State and didn't just hold his own, he thrived. The Commanders saw enough to make him a priority in undrafted free agency, and yeah, that makes sense. Their depth chart behind the starters is basically just contractual placeholders with guys like Nate Herbig, Trent Scott, Chris Paul.
To me, when it comes to the Commanders, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the Commanders, bro, they're a good team, but their defense definitely needs work. You know what I'm saying? Their offense is good too, but I don't know. I feel like this was like a lucky run with the Commanders. It's just something in me. I just feel like this was a lucky run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to see more. You know what I mean? I'm not hip to that one little season they had, bro. I got to see more. And just for us, bro, getting a quarterback, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm not finna speak on it now. I'm gonna speak on it after I react to our schedule, bro, after this video.
For all free agents after the season, McKay could quietly emerge as a plug-and-play depth piece with starter upside. Zach Horton, TE/FB, Detroit Lions. This guy has Dan Campbell written all over him. Zach Horton has an opportunity to provide even more optionality to an already dynamic Detroit Lions offense. Horton might have been born in the wrong era, but he's walking into the perfect locker room with the perfect coach for his throwback skill set. He could see very similar usage to what Kyle Shanahan has done with Kyle Juszczyk over the years. In colleges, he showed the ability to do just about, well, everything. He lined up in line, flexed out, played some fullback, even got touches out of the backfield. It wasn't flashy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Detroit Lions, though, bro, like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the way y'all got y'all butt handed to y'all, bro, like, against the Commanders, bro, that was embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie. Jared Goff, I feel like, honestly, bro, in my opinion, what I would have did, I don't know what his contract looking like, bro. Me, bro, what I would have did, and I would have drafted a QB if I was y'all. I ain't gonna lie, bro looked terrible. He looked dog terrible. Jared Goff looked terrible, bro. Like, Detroit, y'all look terrible. You know what I mean? So it's like, your wide receiver core, J-Mo, Amari St. Brown, you know what I mean? Definitely, you know what I mean? Got Laporta, you feel me? Gibbs, David Montgomery. Definitely got a good offense, though. I ain't gonna lie, and a good O-line, but I don't think you're gonna take that next leap with Jared Goff as your quarterback. I ain't gonna lie, he looked amazing in the regular season. In the postseason, he was terrible.
But it sure was effective both at James Madison and Indiana. Detroit has some serious talent at tight end, but Horton gives them the chess piece to move Sam Laporta off the line more often, or to run two tight looks with downhill intent. He's not going to be an every down guy, but being featured as a Swiss Army knife on this roster, hey, that's not a bad gig. Ja Joyner, edge, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are wise to bolster their pass rush through the draft, because while Max Crosby never leaves the field and Malcolm Kuntz found his groove late last year, there isn't a ton of depth within this group. And in that division, they're gonna have to find a way to get after the...
Let me see.
It's a ton of depth within this group. And in that division...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Broncos, hey, y'all, the Broncos, bro. Broncos and the Chiefs, that's gonna be the competition. I ain't gonna lie. The Chiefs, bro, you know, definitely gonna be, you know what I'm saying? But the Broncos, bro, the Broncos is gonna be a team to watch out for, bro. The Broncos. I'm not gonna lie. The Broncos had crazy offseason.
They're gonna have to find a way to get after the quarterback if they want to be competitive. The cold hard truth is that guys like former 7th overall pick Tyree Wilson have left a lot to be desired. Vegas needs to start finding actual rotational answers on the edge. So why not take a stab with an undrafted guy this go around? Ja Joyner is raw. Let's get that out of the way. But he's got
it's some good first games, bro.
And the ability to flatten at the top of the arc. Minnesota moved him around a bit, but when they just let him pin his ears back, ooh, he flashed legitimate bend and closing speed. Don't be shocked if we see him play a non-trivial role in their D at some point this season. Jalen Conyers, TE, Miami Dolphins. At 6'4", 265 pounds, Jalen Conyers brings a versatile skill set to Miami's tight end room. In his lone season at Texas Tech, he recorded 30 receptions for 320 yards and 5 touchdowns, leading all tight ends on the roster. With Jonnu Smith turning 30 before the 2025 season and lacking the inline blocking strength that the Dolphins like for some of their run-heavy sets, Conyers has a clear path to contribute early. His combination of size, blocking ability, and versatility could make him a key component in Miami's offense. He's not a dynamic separator, but Conyers can anchor in the run game, sustain blocks in pass pro, and chip in as a short to intermediate target for a team that plays a ton of 21 personnel and wants to keep...
I know people don't want to hear about it, but Tyreek Hill, bro, honestly, bro, Tyreek Hill was trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Last season was garbage. You know what I mean? Tua, everybody got something to say about Tua, bro, but Tua literally has no O-line. and Tua literally be putting the ball where it's supposed to be. Like, we're not gonna talk about how Tyreek Hill dropped how many passes last year. Like, let's be real. Like, Tua actually, bro, is a good quarterback. It's just his head just mashed potatoes.
Tua clean while stretching teams horizontally. A
Brain
guy like
mashed
John
potato.
Yerson can help in the blocking game and leak out into space, has real roster value. He's got the frame, the temperament, and enough flashes on tape to project as a glue guy in this room. Don't be shocked if he's getting meaningful snaps by midseason. Willie Lampkin, OL, Los Angeles Rams. The Rams love functional versatility on their O-line, and Willie Lampkin fits that bill despite being built like a brick phone booth. At 5'10", 280 pounds, he is a pure outlier in terms of his build. But
5'10",
the
280?
is something to behold. It is pure leverage clinic.
Shoot.
Not only did he hang, he manhandled Power 5 defenders in space. Lampkin is explosive.
That's gonna be
went early with hand placement.
5'10", 280 pounds. That right there gonna be tough. I ain't gonna lie.
And when he gets
Gonna
under
get
the
some
field,
Dexter Lawrence,
it's over.
man.
Doesn't matter how long your arms are.
Somebody like that.
Skates. Los Angeles' interior line is stabilized by Steve Avila and Bo Limmer, but depth is razor thin behind them. That's where Lampkin could sneak in. He's not a long-term answer, but in a zone-heavy scheme that values pad level mobility and tenacity over, there's a serious case to be made that he'll not just survive, but thrive. Andrew Armstrong, WR, Miami Dolphins. Every year, there is a wide receiver.
You never gonna give us props, TPS, bro.
Draft standards.
Never gonna give us
Every
props,
year,
bro.
That exact same guy ends up making
Ever.
a 53-man roster because he knows how to play the position. Andrew Armstrong fits that mold to a T. Armstrong's path wasn't linear. Texas A&M Commerce to Arkansas, one productive year in the SEC, and now trying to earn his keep in a Miami wide receiver room that is very top-heavy with two burners in Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and a whole lot of nothing thereafter. That context matters. The Dolphins have their speed guys. What they don't have is a reliable third or fourth option who can do the dirty work over the middle. You know, win on timing routes and keep the chains moving when the defense takes away the explosives. Armstrong can be that guy. Physically, he's got the frame, 6'4", 205 pounds, with the wingspan that makes up for average burst. He's not going to pull away from coverage or run by NFL corners, but his 4.51 speed is plenty serviceable for the kind of game he plays, and a near 38-inch vertical should provide him with enough space to make a bunch of catches. Don't be shocked if he earns the trust of the coaching staff early. Keontae Jenkins, LB, Buffalo Bills. It might be tricky to find the right landing place, but make no mistake about it, there's always a spot in the league for a tweener who knows how to hit, and Keontae Jenkins is about to be the next measure of proof. He's listed as a safety, but played more like a box nickel or hybrid linebacker at Virginia Tech. Jenkins is now transitioning full-time into...
I'm not gonna lie, Bears, I don't see y'all having a good season. I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all draft was actually terrible. I'm gonna keep it real. Nah, I mean, we gonna see though what the Bears do. Bears, y'all need some defense. Y'all need defense. Y'all need O-linemen. Bad. Like, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all definitely need O-linemen. Like, y'all drafting the tight end, Cole Loveland, bro, as a top 10 pick. That, when you, like, that right there made no sense to me. You literally got Cole Kmet. Why the freak, you know what I mean, did you draft Cole Loveland? Like what, bro? Like,
the front seven. Based on what Buffalo needs and what he already does well, that move feels inevitable.
Literally got
a
Kmet.
fragile depth situation at linebacker. Matt Milano's durability transcends concern, and they did surprisingly little to fortify the position through the draft or free agency. That leaves the door open for someone like Jenkins to sneak onto the roster as another backer. Someone who can also contribute as a special teams player. Physically, he's built for it. Around 6'2", 220 with a rocked up frame and downhill mentality. Jenkins racked up 19.5 tackles for loss over his final 2 seasons, and while he's not...
I didn't even say pick Tyler Warren. I didn't even think he was gonna pick a tight end, period. You know what I mean? Like, didn't say picking I didn't think he was gonna pick a tight end, period. I was going straight defense. You know what I mean? When it came to y'all, cornerback. You know what I mean? That edge rusher, somebody of that sort. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about no tight end at all when it came to y'all. I wasn't even need for a tight end.
Pure edge guy. He knows how to knife his way through gaps and disrupt the
But it
offense
gave y'all
at the
another
second level.
DB
Buffalo
or
needs guys who can run, hit, and play with
DN.
tempo on 4th down. Jenkins does all 3, and he might just end up being a functional piece in the linebacker rotation by mid-season. Valentin Sen, OT, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's right tackle situation is in many ways pending. Jonah Williams is playing on a prove-it deal. Kelvin Beachum is way past his prime at this stage. So when the Cardinals ponied up to bring in Valentin Sen post-draft, draft, it was less of a camp body signing and more of a investment. Sen is one of the more intriguing international prospects in this class. The hulking lineman hails from Austria and started 38 straight games at UConn. In that process, he's turned into a legit developmental tackle with movement skills worth betting on. At 6'7", 305, he's got the prototype frame and surprising fluidity for someone still relatively raw in his footwork and hand usage. Where he wins right now is going to be with length and coordination. He's not stiff-hipped and plays with very solid posture. The comparison that's going to be made, fair or not, is Bernard Raymond. Same country, similar build, same roadmap. But Sen isn't being asked to start right away. If Arizona is patient, and, well, I mean, there's no reason not to be, he could turn into a long-term answer on the right side. James Burnip, punter, New Orleans Saints. Only one punter, Jeremy Crawshaw, was selected in the 2025 NFL Draft. Despite Burnip, another Aussie, and a growing pipeline of crossover punting talent, arguably having the most consistent 2024 season of any specialist in this class. He averaged more yards per punt than most of his peers and did it in a compelling...
I mean, punters, and that's one, look, like that's, TPS, this one thing he's never going to do is give us our props. I ain't gonna lie, like, this dude said that we getting Jackson Dart, you know what I'm saying, like, literally was a bad decision for us. Like what? Like, getting the third best quarterback at the draft was a bad decision. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, what I was saying, though, man, TPS, bro, don't know what the freak he be talking about. You know what I mean? But, nah, though, I was just finna say something. Punters and kickers are very important. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, honestly, especially a kicker. You know, that's one thing that we need is a freaking kicker. You know what I mean? I'll go out to Justin Tucker. You know what I mean? If I was us, but a kicker is very important. Punter as well, but them two positions get slept on, bro, when we talk about, you know what I mean, like position-wise, drafting.
Way. He was among the best in the country in hang time and return yardage, which are the kind of measurables that tend to translate well into the NFL. Of course, they did try this approach last year, taking Matthew Hayball as an undrafted free agent, who was somewhat underwhelming, and now he'll have to fight for his job against another undrafted punter. The signal is clear, though. New Orleans needs more bang for their buck in the field position game, and Burnip has a stronger leg and arguably more upside, so don't be shocked if you see him take it from his countrymen. Sebastian Castro, safety, Pittsburgh Steelers. Sebastian Castro is a bit of a throwback safety. He's by no means an elite tester. He won't wow you on the stopwatch, but the guy just finds the football and...
I love to get Gabe Davis.
That's more than half the battle. And for a franchise...
I love to get Gabe Davis.
Still values instincts and physicality.
Jacksonville just don't know how to use them.
That's a perfect fit. Castro played primarily as a nickel/box safety at Iowa, where he made a living diagnosing the run, disrupting throws underneath, and playing with non-urgency. Say what you will about the measurables, but Castro is a tone setter with a nose for the ball and a tackling profile that jumps off the screen, even if his straight line speed doesn't. For the Steelers, that's a very useful piece. Minka Fitzpatrick is the star, but beyond that, the depth chart is wide open. Castro can immediately contribute on special teams and give them a physical option in certain packages when Tomlin wants to mix it up. Smart, physical, and always around the ball. Sebastian Castro is the kind of diamond in the rough candidate that Pittsburgh manages to find value in every year. But hey, which undrafted player from the 2025 NFL draft class do you think is
I knew you wasn't going to give us our props. I just knew it, bro. You know what I'm saying? One thing about TPS, man. TPS ain't going to give Giants they props, man. One thing you can count on it for sure. But let me go